people's house. Big Zeus, here's the people's house. Big Zeus, go up to the gate at 1600 on the map. Yeah, supposed to be the people's house, I make it like a trap. Marble floors and chandeliers, I'm balling through the wall. Power to the people, yeah, I gotta make that call. Trapping for the team, red and white and blue, that's me. Voices on the block, I'm breaking through, I got the keys. I'm in the lobby, yeah, I'm moving like an OG. Posted in the Oval Office in the executive suite. Yeah, signing for the fam, yeah, you know my game strong.
Good morning.
Freedom is the banner, and I got my chains on. Secret Service watching snipers sitting on the roof. Truth is hitting on, I bury you inside the booth. Founding father vision, yeah, I'm flexing with this cash. Big pharma, big tech, turn these dreams to bag. I'm the voice of the hood, trying to come and storm the gates. Balance in my hand, but the system's overweight. They painted white, yeah, but the stains running deep. Probably selling it, but you know it ain't coming cheap. Legends walk these rooms, Lincoln, MLK, now it's photo ops, power plays all day. I'm trapping for the vote. Big Zeus.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Big Zeus.
You tell me greetings. Good morning,
Powers
Chris.
in the air. Big Zeus.
I see you, Eugene, but you better relax. Yeah, it's too early for that.
We wanna hear your soul. Yeah. Who you think they asking for? They asking for that smoke. People wanna play it. Yeah, y'all think this is a joke.
Let's go.
Take it back and write the code.
Good morning, everyone.
Got your soul. Put my portrait on the wall. They staring at me like I'm cold. Greatest story ever told. I will never ever fold. Trapping out the West Wing, doing deals all in the dark. Make your dreams come true. All I need is a spark. Red phone ringing, but you don't know.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Got the Constitution jumping, yeah, you know I'm so divine. No stains on my kicks and the rally outside. And the gates is locked. This power never divides.
Happy
Sitting
Tuesday.
for the block, yeah, buses make 'em wanna fight. 1600, do it all day, all night. The people's house is a trap. Got the power, get it back. Money talk loud, time to clap.
Hey.
Fight for the keys, that's a fact. It's a rap, I'ma bring it back. In the
Thank you,
people's
everyone.
house.
Keep rising up the
Powers in
live,
air.
sharing it
Yeah,
out.
It's the people's house.
We gotta get
knocking
the
on
truth
exhaust.
out there, ladies and
It's the people's house. We wanna hear the soul.
Big Zeus.
Big Zeus.
All right. Let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. We don't got all morning, all right? It's real work that needs to get done. All right, time to lock in, all right? We don't got much time to do this very, very serious work, all right?
It's like a curse, and I can't escape it.
Let's go.
It's like deja vu. Zeus. It's deja vu when I'm running up the rest. I'm like the Terminator screaming.
Yeah, you're all happy to see me already.
Deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class.
You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass.
Cars in the garage, the tanks full of gas. I play the game
Let's
for
go.
war, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you get your famous. The algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie.
You know it.
And if they use my Insta, they left me.
Sometimes I surprise myself. Good morning. All right. All right. Hold on, everyone. Calm down. Listen up. This is where the Zeus haters come out. Here they go. Here's a Zeus hater right here. Here goes.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live. It's probably
Live.
realistic.
Drug
That
test.
shit
Wow.
was radical.
Very radical. Snuggles.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
Oh,
It's like deja
you hear that?
vu.
Zeus is going way off the rails.
Like deja
Oh, that hurt my feelings. Seriously.
It's like deja
Oh,
vu.
it did.
It's like deja
Okay,
vu.
fair enough. All right. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're back in the Thunderdome. I'm your host. I'm your pilot. And we're back to do the wonderful work that it takes to save, guess what, this great country of ours from the evil clutches of this deranged lunatic who's got a perfect MRI. All right, we gotta say, because this is sad. The whole world listens to a man who brags about having a perfect MRI. I'm just so angry with America right now. But we're gonna keep doing the wonderful work that it takes. All right, to save this great nation of ours. But before we get started, let me take care of some very, very important housekeeping items. And Eugene, you know what's up. For those of you, this might be your very first. Hey, JTA Creations, nice to see you. This might be your very first time tuning in and listening to me, and I'll just go ahead and introduce myself because I don't want to be rude, all right? I don't want to just come into your house and not take my shoes off and put my feet on your couch like that, right? I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H, it's because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. Hands down, there's nobody more honest than me. All right. And that goes into the next H, which is humble, because, you know, we're all humans and you're not perfect, right? Yeah. So if you're not perfect, that means you got to be humble. And so the second H is because I'm the most humble person on social media, hands down. All right. And I think being humble is actually a sign of strength, not a sign of weakness. And we'll talk about that later. All right. And then the last and the most important H, because there's three of them, right? The most important H out of all of them is because I am and will always remain, you've guessed it, what? Eugene, the most handsome. You see how that came out of nowhere? Yeah. And I use all three H's to get my point across, especially when confronting the folks who are clearly possessed with the MAGA demon, right? And we know what these people are. And I'm going to keep saying it. People say, Zeus, I'm unfollowing you. You know, people have said this to me because they hate when I say this one part. And I said, I won't say it. But given where we're at right now, you know, we got a racist president and we got a bunch of racist people working for him. You see what ICE is doing. I said, I'm not going to stop saying it. We got a bunch of white men in this country, and not all white men, but there's some who voted for Donald Trump, and they are what I call perpetual victims. All right. And what these guys like to do, and actually they do it to their whole family, the women, the wives, and the children. And so what they've done is they've convinced themselves, and I don't know how they did it, honestly. They're the victims. Yeah, they run around here and they say, we don't want to hear about racism anymore, Zeus. I wish I could play the videos to you. We're tired of hearing about racism. And so now they've convinced themselves that they were the ones that were actually enslaved. When slavery was around, they've convinced themselves they were the slaves at the end of the day. And the real people that's making life hard for them are black people, person of color, women. Yeah, women out there. Are there any women out there? Yeah, you've harmed these MAGA men. Did you know that? Definitely immigrants, right? Democrats, socialists. Who else do they get mad at? Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. These people just have a victims list and it's sad because they make that the reason they can't get off of their rusty dusties and get out here and get real jobs like everyone else. And so if you're one of those weak MAGA men, or as I like to call you, you're snowflakes, right? W. Leah in the audience. Thank you so much. I've just ruined our relationship by saying that, and if you unfollow me, it is what it is. I could care less, all right? Because I don't want to be around a bunch of losers anyway, to be honest with you, all right? And so with that being said, if you are, we're going deeper and deeper into what's going on, I'll say this, because we're in the Thunderdome. If you don't want me to ruin your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, leave right now because it's going to be very, very uncomfortable in here in the Thunderdome. I promise you it will, but get this. You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Yeah.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Yeah.
Come back if you want.
Yeah.
Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the doors to the Thunderdome have officially closed. And I honestly, I don't take any. Lady Boss, what's going on? I take no accountability for what happens in here. And again, what I love about this show is not, even amongst us ourselves as mutuals, right? We have no problem calling one another out and saying, hey, Zeus, you got that wrong. Like yesterday, I was actually told maybe we shouldn't destroy the Constitution. And that's fine. So I don't have a problem with criticism, but I do have a problem with folks being big babies about being criticized and called out. And there's an executive order that I'm implementing in here when I ask simple questions, MAGA. I don't want answers like, well, Joe Biden or Barack Obama or the Democrats did it. If you do that, I'll give you one warning, and then after 2, and then after 3, guess what? 3 strikes, you're out. W Zeus right there. So I don't want to hear it. And so what I'll be doing now, ladies and gentlemen, is we'll be picking up where we left off yesterday because, I want to make sure I continue to drive this point home about the real Liberation Day that's about to come on us. All right. I mean, we got Donald Trump is actually doing something incredible, and I'll keep highlighting it. It makes me so happy when I hear Trump supporters cheering on their own destruction. Yeah. Nothing makes me happier because it's like we don't have to worry about you come midterms because you won't be around here. And my hands are clean, right? My hands are clean. I didn't commit the crime. No, I didn't do it. I literally allowed you. Well, I didn't allow you. I helped you. I supported you in believing that your dear leader genuinely cared about you, right? And all I needed to do is supply you with some things that you could possibly use to hate, right? Because as long as you can hate MAGA, you don't need any food, right? As long as you have somebody to hate MAGA, you don't need your jobs. As long as you have somebody to hate, you don't need any vaccines, you don't need any Tylenol. All MAGA needs is someone or something to hate. And they'll do that, and they will actually, in this typical cult behavior, you look into these cults, right? They'll typically, as long as you give them something to hate, they'll do that, and they'll peacefully cross over into the afterlife. And you know what I'm saying. And so let's go ahead and continue to remind MAGA they're on their way to peacefully crossing over into the afterlife, all right?
New at 6, the latest on a big story we're following. The USDA says SNAP benefits will not be issued November 1st because of the government shutdown. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. WREG's Raven Copeland reports on the impact this will have on thousands of Mid-South families.
You, Dame.
Come next week, hundreds and thousands of SNAP recipients in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas will not have any assistance with purchasing food. The USDA...
Did you hear California in there? New York? No, not no blue states, bunch of red states. Zeus, how do you feel about that, Zeus? Well, I'll go through my series of questions. Who did you vote for? I voted for Trump. Oh, and now you're not going to eat? That's correct. I'm going to say, all right, well, you got what you voted for, W Zeus, all right? You got what you voted for. It's an easy W.
His memo reads in part, quote, bottom line, the well has run dry. There will be no benefits issued November 1st.
I think it's very insensitive and very insane of the government to let something like this happen. I think a lot of people in government forget that the normal people make the world run, make your country run. But you're more worried about money and what's benefiting you than your people starving and hungry.
The woman you just heard from does not receive SNAP benefits, but she says she often finds herself sifting through the aisles for lower grocery store prices. With SNAP recipients going without
I noticed that sister was talking, and I immediately sensed Dame in my audience. Dame's a brother who supports Donald Trump, and I'm pretty sure he got on that sister. But then now, Dame, you realize she's not even on SNAP benefits. You see how your mind is playing tricks on you, got you out here thinking that you know who's collecting SNAP and who doesn't. And it's sad because it's always sad when it's a black person willing to attack black, but we won't allow that here unless it's black attacking the MAGA. All right, that's another W, Zeus. Let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't take
Ashley
long.
says she's concerned about a family member who receives government assistance.
She's dealing with the fact of possibly losing stamps, and my nephews have a disability. So she's also possibly losing help with that as well. And not just food help. You're talking therapy, you're talking school help. It's a medical, just different things that people are not understanding. This is happening.
As the government shutdown continues, families are encouraged to utilize or donate to the Mid-South Food Bank and other food pantries to ensure your family or someone else's doesn't go hungry. Wow. Reporting for your news leader, Raven Copeland, WREG.
So what we'll do is this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real Liberation Day that Donald Trump was promising. And it's part of Project 2025 playbook. Go in there and look at it. What we're going to do is we're going to single-handedly destroy our base. W. Cali girl in the audience. We're going to destroy our base. and we're gonna make them look like basically the Walking Dead in a way. All right, now don't give them any vaccines. Fire them from their jobs, right? You know what I'm saying? And we could get into that in just a quick second, and just starve them out until they're basically so desperate that they'll accept anything, you know. And so what I'll do is this: let's warm up the lake of fire. This is for all the Trump voters in the red states. You know what you did when it was time to vote for Vice President Kamala Harris. You remember what you did? Does anyone remember what they did when it was time to vote for Vice President Kamala Harris? Good morning, Kabira. Yeah, you just couldn't bring yourself to do it. Why? Because she's an intelligent black woman, but I don't like how she looks when she does interviews. Oh, okay. Okay, so your mind's playing tricks on you again? Yes, Zeus. All right, well, do me a favor and go straight to hell. Yeah. Go straight to hell.
Silence, you macadamia.
I got some more just terrible bad news, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what I decided to do? I said, you know what? It would be nice if we could hear from people all over America, because what I'm realizing is somebody out there is lying about these SNAP benefits. All right, and the question is
you hate pausing your workout to adjust your phone? Problem solved.
The question is it the American people or is it Donald Trump? So this is why I'm trying to figure out, is Donald Trump lying or is it the American people, ladies and gentlemen? This is a good video. Now, the video is titled MAGA Crying as They're Losing Their Food Stamps. And again, I'm listening to this and I'm like, I don't know.
Not feeding the babies we have. Why does the government want more? We're not feeding the babies we have. Why does the government want more? I know you're thinking, what's your statistic? Where's your proof that we're not feeding the babies we have? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that my toddler's daycare just opened a food bank in the fucking lobby.
Oh, keep it clean.
My toddler's daycare just opened a food bank in the fucking lobby because his classmates might not be able to eat. We got the government. Who's in charge of SNAP benefits? The government that's in charge of food. The government that decides where our fucking money is going to go is going to give $40 billion to Argentina. They're going to build a fucking ballroom to have big old gilded dances. They're going to send how much fucking money for missiles. But the babies we already got, we're not going to fucking feed. We already don't feed the babies. And the government's out here saying we're under-babied. We're not under-babied. We're underpaid. You want more babies? Fucking pay us. Give us the money to feed our fucking kids. Could you try that? Could you think that one through? Could you pull up one Excel spreadsheet that says pay the moms and dads and they'll fuck more? Who wants to fuck right now with these bills? Who wants to, huh? Who wants to nut and have it count right now? When any moment your fucking job can be taken by AI or because of some fucking tariff, because some psychopath from the Epstein plane decides on a willy-nilly whim that he's mad at Canada or some shit. Over and over again, I keep getting told it's our fault. It's our fault that America's this way. Well, it's real fucking crazy. When I look at this government, with how much fucking money they make and how many fucking vacations they get to use, tell me how we don't get paid family leave. Tell me how the minimum wage of $7.25 just makes just enough sense. Have Dr. Oz of all fucking people stand next to RFK Jr. telling us that we're under-babied and we need to do work. Fuck you. Do your job.
And the government is...
You see how Donald Trump has Americans all over the country? I don't know. Do a lot of you feel that way? Does anyone else feel that way? Because I can't make sense of this. W. Rick in the chat. I mean, these are the voices of Americans. I got more.
About to cut SNAP benefits for 40 million plus Americans. And this is going to start in November 1st.
Wow.
And I am one of them.
Oh.
Okay, so in the next couple months, in the month of November, I don't know if I will be able to get my SNAP benefits or not.
Wow.
I do really need it because it's not a whole lot, but it still it helps me to buy food, to buy groceries that I need.
Wait a second.
And yes,
Hold on now.
About
You know, when I hear people talking like that, I can't help but wonder, like, wait a second. Didn't Donald Trump say we made a bunch of money? Did y'all remember when this?
Months, really. We're here 9, but this is in 8 months. Over $17 trillion. As an example, the last administration did less than $1 trillion in 4 years.
Okay,
We did more than 17 trillion in 8 months. And I think by the time we finish up our first year, we're going to be over 20 or $21 trillion of money coming into our country. And I want to thank Japan, because Japan is making big investments into the United States, and they're very happy because the stock market's gone up very nicely. We've made Japan a lot of money. That's okay. But they're a big investor in our country, and we like that. But think of those numbers. We weren't doing anywhere near. We were laughed at, and now they're all saying they've never seen anything like what's happened in such a short period of time. And I would.
So that's what Trump is saying, and then you go back and you hear these Americans. So my question, ladies and gentlemen, is why are his supporters crying?
to not receive it this month. Unlike me, it's millions of people in America. But I say I just don't gonna do anything about it. I'm just gonna have to just budget better. I'm just gonna go to Aldi to buy my groceries and budget better. I do meal planning. If you are in food stamp and you're about to lose your food stamp, meal planning is your best ally. Okay, marry yourself with meal planning, and you will see the difference in your food budget. But
Trump has cut my food stamps.
Here's another one.
$100 down to $350. Now, what am I supposed to do? So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this shit, whatever, that all these cuts and whatever he's doing over there, now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this. Well, I literally got 5 kids. Okay. I'm trying to sit here and spend time with them. I'm not trying to go work, 50, 60 hours a week so I can pay bills.
White guy right here. Trump voter.
I just really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more.
So we're gonna, you just hear these stories, and I can't help but wonder who's lying, right? Because what would make a person want to make videos and say all of this stuff, and then you hear Donald Trump, and I honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I listened to it, and for a second I said, these people could be just joking with me, but then I said, you know what? They're lying and Trump's lying. It honestly, but these are white people making very good content, and it speaks to the truth about what's really going on. So that's a huge W, Zeus. And what I'll do is this. And again, I don't know. Is this true?
Out of the tech world tonight that you may have heard about, Amazon set to announce massive layoffs, as many as 30,000 corporate job cuts. That, according to Reuters. CNBC reporting it will be the largest cuts in the company's history.
Wow.
NBC's Christine Romans joins us now on set. Christine, so great to see you and talk to you. This is a huge...
So is Amazon laying people off too? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be honest with you. There's so many videos. And when I hear stuff like this, I go, this got to be a joke too. Honestly, because... I just play it for you? Let me make sure I heard it correctly. All right, let me make sure I heard this correctly. What did I hear correctly? Okay, yeah, right here. Let me make sure I hear this correctly. Here it goes. Didn't he just say this?
Months, really. We're here 9, but this is in 8 months. Over $17 trillion. As an example, the last administration did less than $1 trillion in 4 years. We did more than 17 trillion in 8 months. And I think by the time we finish up our first year, we're going to be over 20 or $21 trillion of money coming into our country. And I want to thank...
So we're getting all this money, and then you hear stories like...
line, and it's sort of wild because it's one of the biggest companies in the world. And if they're cutting 30,000 people, what does that say for other companies across the country?
And they're cutting things like advertising and HR and cloud. They're cutting white collar jobs. 10% of their corporate office jobs here is what these reports are. Amazon, of course, not commenting, but these are supposed to start tomorrow. These pink slips will start tomorrow. And I think it shows you that using AI for cost cutting is essentially the holy grail for these big companies. They want to use artificial intelligence to figure out how to take out layers in the office, how to make people more productive, and how to move some of this work to other functions, AI functions.
And we were just talking about AWS, I think last week with your colleague Brian Chung here.
So where we're at right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a world of pure chaos. First of all, does anyone think where we're at right now reflects the golden age? Because and I'm looking in the audience, they're saying other tech companies are doing layoffs. I saw Facebook out there, all right, Amazon, wow, UPS. I saw all these companies that are doing layoffs. So Trump is on one side saying, hey, we're bringing in $17 trillion, trillion with a T. And then I'm hearing Americans crying about not having money to feed the kids, feed themselves. But Trump is saying there's money out there. And now you hear these companies, they're laying off employees. We got a government that shut down, and Trump is dragging the axe through the federal government, just whacking federal employees, cutting them off. But he's bringing in so much money. So what I'll do is this. There's no money, Takesha? Really? Okay, let me ask the audience. Is it as bad as we see it is, or do you all think what Donald Trump is saying is correct? Put a 1 if you think what Donald Trump is saying is correct. Or put a 2 if you think that it's really getting nasty out here. And then I'll know exactly what I need to do. 1 good, 2 bad. I'm looking, we got over 1,000 people in here. Wow, wait a second. We had a 1 in there, but it's right in our face, number 2. Wow. Okay, I don't see, wow, look at all these number 2s, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. So this is real engagement, audience, and I'm going to stick with the people. So what I'll say is this. To all you Trump supporters out there, I want you to always remember this every single day going forward. Number 1, I love the fact that I have no other choice but to hate you. All right? And I'm gonna hate you because I need to be that way in order for you to get on the right side. I just don't get how, for one instance in this country, you had a simple choice. This was the easiest choice. Do you vote for the criminal, or do you vote for the regular person, the woman? Vote for the woman that doesn't have the criminal record, or you vote for the criminal record. And what is the number? 77 million. Old hippie. You put a 1 in there, you put more than 1. You want to come up here and talk to Big Zeus real quick, old hippie? You want to come up here and talk to Big Zeus? Old hippie. You don't want to do that? You just want to put 1 in the comment section. I get it. So you're okay with destroying America. You're okay with that, not having your food stamps, not having, thank you, Rick. Old hippie, the only way to get out of this straitjacket that you're in is just come up here and talk to us. So you're okay with taking food out of kids' mouths. You're okay with watching innocent women and children being slammed to the ground and zip-tied by ICE. You're okay with watching federal employees being fired and furloughed. You're okay with watching our men and women in uniform having their pay cut and having to get into food lines. Doozy, it is happening. Wake up, like Governor Gavin Newsom has been saying. Wake up, Doozy, because you're in a doozy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me warm up the lake of fire for Doozy and old hippie. Zeus, what are you going to do to them? I'm going to send them where they belong. Where's that, Zeus? They belong where all demons go. Where? Don't do it, Zeus. Please don't. No. Doozy and old hippie, do us a huge favor and go straight to hell. I'm gonna put a lie to rest right now. I'm gonna send another. Watch this, and I want to go ahead and make sure we get this on the record. This is what Mike Johnson said: Democrats are required to open the government. They keep saying Republicans are in charge, but they're not.
The Democrats are required to open the government. They keep saying Republicans are in charge of government. We aren't. Not in the Senate. 60 votes control the Senate, not a bare majority. And so, point number one: Democrat votes are required to open the government. Point.
Does anyone out there believe what Grinder, MAGA Mike Johnson just said? Does anyone out there believe what he just said? Because I'm going to put that lie straight to bed. W. Tara in the chat, thank you so much. Yeah. If you believe Grinder Mike Johnson, something's really wrong with you. All right? Democrats don't control the government. Everybody knows that. Because I promise you, MAGA. Doozy, if the Democrats controlled the government right now, or like he said, don't you think Donald Trump would have been impeached already? That would be the first priority. If we really had that much power, do you think we would sit there like you and allow him to destroy the entire East Wing of the White House without pulling, hey, come here and talk to us because we're about to impeach your behind. Use y'all brains for once, Doozy. Something is really wrong with y'all. If we had the power to do it, trust me, Doozy, I wake up every day going, did they do it? So no, Mike Johnson just lied to you, Doozy. And you're too blind and ignorant to realize it. And you probably didn't know this, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, and then we're going to get to judgment. This is something that just came across my desk, and you could go fact check it, look into it. Trying to actively harm you, W. Adele. Okay. And I heard and I read this and I said, this is crazy. So an attorney specializing in consumer protection is sounding the alarm that as the Trump administration prepares to enact a new policy that could tank credit rating for millions of Americans. A total of 15 states currently have laws that limit medical debt from impacting individual credit scores. Laws that were enacted under, guess who? President Joe Biden, right? Which in early 2025 issued a new rule that would have removed all medical debt from credit reports, eliminating an estimated $50 billion in unpaid medical bills from credit reports. However, Donald Trump administration is set to issue guidance today that would roll back the Biden administration's efforts by prohibiting states from withholding individuals' medical debt from their credit reporting. All right, a move that could harm millions of Americans. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen it. There's nothing been like this before. The Trump administration's new guidance is trying to invalidate state protections that don't cost anything to anyone. All right? It's not just taking a hands-off approach and saying we won't protect consumers. It's saying we're going to actively harm you, Doozy. And especially you, Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom, because you don't even have medical insurance, champ. About 100 million Americans hold around $220 billion in medical debt, and those unpaid bills impact the credit reports of about 15 million, despite more than 90% of Americans having health insurance. Given the impact of having a low credit score, which can limit access to loans, housing, vehicles, and employment. Lord have mercy. We have a true demon in the White House, actively creating new ways to destroy his base. He's going to take all your money. Every day you wake up, he has a new scam. How can I get the last 10 cents out of Tiny Tank Top Tim? How can I get the last $2 out of Doozy? How can I get my 10 out of Old Hippie? And the list just goes on. And then after he takes your money, cut off your access to health care, fires you, right? Cuts off funding to various universities. Like, you guys don't need any money. turn around and says, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bail out Argentina, give them $40 billion. I'm going to import some beef in from Argentina, even though the beef is not good because it could have foot and mouth disease. Remember, I told you all about foot and mouth disease. We don't know if that beef that he's importing is good. Oh, why don't I get a jet from Qatar, right? And then make the taxpayers pay for it. Why don't I slap them around with these tariffs? Why don't I allow Qatar to put a military base, have access to our military base in Idaho, a red state out of all states, right? And my supporters, they won't say a thing. Even if I destroy the East Wing, they won't say a thing because guess what? They don't even need food. All they need is something or somebody to hate. And then, you know what? I'll do something special. I'll still tell them they're Christians and they're going to heaven. Give me a break. Ladies and gentlemen, let me warm up the lake of fire once again. Because the only people that keep falling for this, all right, and then they still blame the Democrats, are the people that Donald Trump says, what does he say?
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Right, his supporters. Join me in sending them where they belong, straight to hell. Yeah.
Silence, you MAGA demons.
In the audience, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you. There's one more matter that I want to make sure I at least address. This comes from the Huffington Post, and somebody must be out there working in the federal government that can validate this. And it's titled, HHS employees are now being measured by loyalty to Donald Trump. I said, and I heard this, and I said, this has to be illegal. And it's right up there, in my opinion, with the war crimes Donald Trump has been committing. All right, and they say, well, what are the war crimes? I'll say it's two. One, he didn't get congressional authorization to drop the boom boom on Iran, and now he's doing these military strikes on fishing boats. Ladies and gentlemen, fishing boats. You don't need a military to get fishing boats, but he's doing it in the Caribbean and in the Eastern Pacific. And now he's making federal employees take a loyalty oath. Get out of here. The Trump administration is using a new metric for assessing people's job performance at the Department of Health and Human Services, where they clearly and demonstrably support implementation of whether they support the implementation of President Donald Trump's policy agenda. Tens of thousands of HHS employees have to fulfill 4 critical elements for their annual performance reviews, which takes place at the end of the fiscal year. One of those elements, faithful support of administration of the law of the president's policies. So if Donald Trump has a policy that's sick and evil, you still have to do it. It lays out how workers now have to essentially prove their loyalty to Donald Trump's policies. This is the most critical element for reviewing the job performance of someone who serves under the elected president, reads the requirement. Quote, faithful administration of one's role in the executive branch requires commitment to the principles of the founding, including equality under the law and democratic self-government. It continues, quote, all senior professionals must clearly and demonstrably support implementation of the president's policy priorities through specific results that align with and advance the president's specific policy agenda. And then there's a screenshot, all right? So basically, we swear we're going to follow Trump's policies, which is ridiculous, said one HHS employee. Imagine, is there any Trump supporter out there that believes that this is acceptable? Number one, that's my first question. Impeachment. Yeah, it's impeachment time. No, it's not fake. Go read it. Why would I even think you could read? Never mind, I take that back. So is there any Trump voters out there that thinks it's okay for Donald Trump to make the HHS employees take the loyalty oath? Yeah, impeach that demon, yeah. It's not fake. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you all. All right, thank you all for you. I appreciate all of you who are. But I know there's some out there lying in the shadows and lurking. I've seen them. The snuggles out there.
the Russian bears, the doozies, the DJs. They've heard me read this, the tiny tank top Tim Toms. They've heard me read this, but their minds ignored it and went straight to Joe Biden instead. Joe Biden isn't even here. He's not even around. But you know what? I've been thinking about Joe Biden, and I got to say thank you, President Biden. Because whatever you did to MAGA, it was so powerful. They still can't get over it. So I just got to say thank you, Joe Biden, especially what you did in that last election. Right? You beat Donald Trump so bad. The man, his brain is broken. And his supporters, they've literally became the biggest crybabies and the biggest snowflakes on the face of the earth. I've never seen people brag about being alphas, run around and act like a bunch of babies. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the Lake of Fire once again. And what I'm going to do is this. I just pointed out that HHS is making federal employees take a loyalty oath. And not one Trump supporter spoke up against it. And I said, but I promise you, if Joe Biden would have made them do this, these folks would have fell out like a kid in a candy store not being able to buy candy, right? A bunch of hypocrites. Join me in sending these demons where they belong. Straight to hell! Right?
Silence, you MAGA demons.
Yeah. All right. So that concludes my morning monologue. All right. And now it's time for me to do my second favorite part of the show, which is, try to have some serious conversations with all of you wonderful people. But just to make sure people don't label me, they call me a cult leader. All right. Or not a cult leader. They say I run a cult. And then they also go as far as to insult me, all right, and say, I spread hate and lies. No, I don't spread hate and lies. I spread love, joy, peace, happiness, right? And they say you run an echo chamber. I don't run an echo chamber. So I open it up and I say, hey, if I'm wrong, MAGA, why don't you come up here and just tell us all where I'm wrong at, right? Why doesn't MAGA just come on up here and tell Big Zeus where I hurt them, where I hurt their feelings? I spread TDS. I have no clue what that means. So if you're a Trump voter, please send me a guest request. Hop in the queue. Put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right on up. And what we'll do is, W. Kabir, what we'll do is... What we'll do is we'll try to get you in. And we'll try to get you out of here as quick as possible. All right, it doesn't take long if you really do believe what Donald Trump is selling. Then help us all understand what's going on and how we can get on the same level as you in terms of understanding that, you know what, we don't need healthcare. That's okay. We don't need SNAP benefits. That's okay, right? All right. Does anyone see a Trump voter out there wanting to come up here and defend their dear leader, or are they still hiding in the comments section like they normally do? It's a sad day in America when MAGA doesn't have the courage to get up here and defend this nonsense. Good morning, Orlando. How can I help you, champ?
Hello, sir.
Hello. How can I help you?
I talked to you last week. Okay.
Yeah. You talked to me last week?
Yes, I told you I was a double stroke survivor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember that. How
Okay.
you been? Yeah.
I've been fine, and I'm listening to everything you're saying, and it just saddens me.
Why?
Okay, because if this man is allowed to keep doing the things he's doing, this nation is going to crumble. Okay. Every time you talk to like a Trump supporter, I think of the same 6 words that Trump said. Okay.
Right. What are those words?
I won with the poorly educated.
Wow.
Okay?
Say that again. He
Think
said,
about
I
that.
won with the poorly educated.
Yes. Remember, Trump said that at one of
Wow.
his rallies.
Yeah.
I won with the poorly educated. There you go. That
That goes
wraps
right in
up.
line when he said smart people don't like me. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
And now you see
I'm so
why.
sorry. Huh?
Now, no, I'm saying now you see why.
Yeah.
That's it. That wraps up every MAGA, in my opinion. Okay.
Yep.
I won with the poorly educated, and he was so exuberant when he said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why.
Do you think that Donald Trump is helping America, or do you think he's making it worse? Or let me put it this way: do you think he's trying to help America, but there's forces out there that are stopping him from being good at doing it?
Well, I think he's enriching himself. Okay.
Fair enough.
He's not worried about the everyday American. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, think of what type of person you actually have to be to stop food benefits for regular people. Do you honestly think a person like that would care about anyone
Nope.
but himself?
Absolutely not. I don't.
You have to be the lowest of low to do something like that.
Yeah.
That's like
I agree, Orlando, and that's why shows like this are very critical, because number one, it allows your voice to get out here and be heard, and I know folks are listening to you, and you're helping somebody possibly, make it through the day, giving them hope because they're listening to you and they're going, if he can make it, so can we, right? But then but then the other side of this is, I know there's also I call them demons.
Yes.
And they're listening to you and they're saying, you're just out here spreading hate. What do you say to those people? You're out here, trying to bash on their dear leader. You've been radicalized, perhaps. What do you say to those people? Yeah, that's what they're saying to you. They think you've been radicalized and that you're just out here complaining like the typical left does, being a disruptor, so to speak. What do you say to those losers?
Well, honestly, those people, those zealots, okay?
Zealots.
I honestly don't understand how they can really celebrate their own demise and everything that's happening to the people out in Chicago, the people out in Portland, the people out in New York, the people everywhere. They're cheering all of this on.
Like true demons.
This is going to backfire in the end. I know it is.
It is, and I'm already seeing it. Like I said, that video when you hear all these Trump supporters screaming and crying because they're not getting their SNAP benefits. Yeah, it's happening in real time, and I'm going to keep making it a point to highlight it. All right, because we got to get the truth out there. Now, listen up, Orlando, brother. I gotta move it on. All right.
Yes.
As always, I appreciate you having the courage to get up here and do something that these Trump voters can't even do. Seriously, right?
Yes.
You got up here on your own strength and you validated and backed up what you believe in. Thank you. All right, sir. And you keep doing what you're doing. All right.
Thank you for allowing me to talk.
You're welcome, brother. Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, that's proof that there are Americans out there that they don't have any problem getting up here and backing up what they're saying. All right. So let's try this exercise again. Where are the folks out there? The 77 million losers. Where are those 77? Remember they said didn't they say it was 77 million people that voted for this demon? Where are you? Why are you so scared, W. Ange, right? I know where they're at. They're hiding. They're trying to hide. They're trying to hide behind their lies and their hatred. And it's not working. Because guess what? Even if you want to say WVIP, even if you want to say it's the Democrat shutdown, fine. My question then is, okay, so there's 24 hours in a day, right? We all get 24 hours. Kimmy, there's no pile on Kimmy. And Kimmy, and I'll be honest with you, I've gone into MAGA Lives, and they've tried the pile on. They've tried the pile on with me, but guess what? I got truth. When there's truth, no amount of pile on can stop it, all right? And that's what's going on here, Kimmy. So please stop making excuses. But I'll say this, I'm sitting here and I'm going, okay, so we're at a moment now, and I say, if you really do believe it's the Democrat shutdown, there's 24 hours in a day. What has Donald Trump done in the last, no, I don't want to battle. My question is, what has Donald Trump done in the last 24 hours to try to get the government to open up? W, Rick. Thank you, Rick. What has Donald Trump done in the last 24 hours to try to get the government opened? Kimmy, put it in the comment section if you don't want to come up here. What has he done? Zilch. No, everybody writes nothing. Next. Doozy. Where's that old hippie guy at? Nah, where are the answers to our questions? They can't even put anything in there. So he doesn't want it open, and we all know why. Why, Zeus? Why does he not want the government open? Why doesn't he not want it? Okay, I'll tell you why. You know exactly why.
Sure. Could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Yeah. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Yeah. He doesn't want that Representative Adelita out of Arizona. He doesn't want her sworn in, all right? Because once she gets sworn in, they'll have that 218th vote that they need to get that discharge signed to get the release of those Epstein files. Oh, we found a demon. Thank you, mods, for pinning this demon to the chat. Lance, come on up here real quick, Lance. It's Lance, come on up here. You put Trump 28. You're okay with Lance? You're okay with Donald Trump breaking the law? I didn't think so. Oh, my brother, no sir. I haven't heard from him in a while. Yeah,
I've been out here making moves like Donald Trump.
Okay, what does that mean?
Trying to get a ballroom built at the house. What's good?
Yeah, what is it that you wanted to contribute to the platform, though? I'm just concerned.
What's up, man? I just came up here because it seems like you're still unhappy. Trump still pinning you against the wall.
Oh, okay. So do you have any answers?
You was talking about the shutdown.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. I want to know what Donald Trump has done in your world, because you see things that you see from a position I don't, right? You're fully in it. What has he done to open the government?
One thing you got to understand, his constituents don't give a damn if he opened the government or not.
Why is that?
Small government. What? That's what they're about, right?
So
why would they want to open the government so it can be bigger and more confusion can be let out?
Got it. So let me be clear. You're okay with taking food from kids?
I've never taken food from kids. I give kids food to kids. Yeah.
No. Did you hear my question? Did you hear my question?
Yeah, I heard the question.
Yeah, so
it's not a legit question.
Are you aware of the real Liberation Day that's coming, where there are a lot of Trump supporters that are going to be running inside of stores and stealing stuff because they don't have the money? Are you aware of that coming up on November 1st? Yes or no? No, sir.
Oh, okay.
Are you aware? Okay. Yes or no?
Yeah, I've heard about it. But
okay. So
I think they'll figure it out before then.
So
You guys
that's
had a chance. The Democrats had a chance. Chuck Schumer had a chance to sign a clean CR,
yeah.
which at least would fund the government while
Mm-hmm.
they work things out. But he didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So
Really?
why do they want to put healthcare for illegal so bad
Do
that
you have
they
any?
willing to shut the government down for it?
So I want to say this: there's no situation where we're using federal dollars to take care of folks who are in the country illegally, so to speak, because that would be
Okay.
that would be a crime. So we've already addressed that lie, number one, and
Okay.
then the second thing is this.
When did you address that lie?
I just right there. The second thing is this. So you're willing to also watch millions of Americans lose their health insurance? Because this is what this is about, right?
You guys are on demon time. You're scaring all these people.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you guys run on, fear.
Yeah. So when I'm listening to you say, and I'm glad you actually came up here because you're the bravest of all your kind. You're saying
My
that-
kind.
yeah, you're saying to all of the American people, I'm okay with not feeding the
I
kids.
never said that.
No, you're saying you're okay with not feeding kids. You're okay.
It's not
right,
the
with-
government's job. That's
You're
what I'm
okay
telling
with
you.
not paying federal employees.
It's not the government's job.
Hold on. You're okay.
No, Schumer's okay with not doing it.
No, I'm asking you a personal question. I don't need you to pivot and start bringing in the Democrats. Remember,
Well,
that's
they're the
strike
ones
one.
who got control.
That's
of it. I
strike
know.
one. Remember,
if
I
I
said
was Chuck Schumer, I would
that's-
open the government.
that's strike two.
I
Remember,
would feed the kids.
you would feed the kids.
If I was Schumer, yes.
No. I'm talking about you personally. So this is the issue I have. I don't want you to look at Chuck Schumer. I don't want you to look at Joe Biden. I just want to ask you a question.
I never said anything about Sleepy Joe.
Okay. So if you said shut the government down at the very beginning because you said the government is releasing a lot of chaos. That was your first statement. I'm an active listener and I heard you say that. And so that translates into no sir is okay with taking food from children, not paying federal employees, right? This is what you're okay with. Letting other employees get fired or furloughed. Those are the things you're fine.
I'm not, dude. I just told you, if I was Chuck Schumer, I would sign a CR and open the government. Why isn't he doing his job?
Somebody
The Democrats claim
hold
that the Democrats claim
Hold
to
on.
be the bleeding hearts.
Hold
We
on.
love the kids.
Hold on. And it's so hard to talk to black folks sometimes.
Who's that?
because
Whoopi Goldberg?
It's so hard to talk to some black folks out here because their minds. He's playing games right now and stuff is serious. Good morning, Takesha.
Oh, that's
Good
Takesha.
morning,
I thought that was
Zeus.
Whoopi Goldberg.
I'm not even going to deal with Slow Sir. Slow Sir, can you tell me what's in the bill?
What's in what bill?
The one you call the clean CR.
It wouldn't be anything in it. It'd be a clean.
What do you mean? Okay, what does it say?
It's for funding, man.
What
are you
does
talking
it say?
About? Look it up.
I've already looked it up. I need proof that
Okay,
you
stop
read it.
yelling. You yelling.
What makes it clean?
You got a microphone in
Why
your
do you
throat?
call it clean?
See
Because
what
there's no
happened?
pork in it.
What was changed in it? What
See
was
what
changed in it?
So slow, sir. And I didn't want to use that name, but Takesha gave it to you.
I mean, go ahead and be a
Hey, are you
degenerate
okay
if
with
you
those
want to.
pronouns?
What was changed in it?
I don't know. What did you change it?
See, that's what I'm
Takesha?
saying. You did not read it. You're saying it's clean because Mike Johnson said it. It was clean before they
Exactly.
took out the tax credit for the insurance. That no longer makes it clean.
Exactly.
You ridiculous idiot fool you.
W to Keisha right there.
Name calling.
So slow, sir.
Name
Listen.
calling. Whoopi
Yeah,
Goldberg has no
you call
class.
me Whoopi
Slow, sir.
Goldberg, and I call you slow, sir. And the reason I call you slow, sir, is
stop playing
because
the
you're
victim.
too slow to read
Stop
what you
being a
repeat.
victim.
You're an idiot.
W.
Stop
You're an
being a
idiot.
victim.
Yeah. So slow, sir. So there's two problems now, brother. We got Takesha in here, and you immediately
Ain't nobody worried about her.
you immediately disrespected Takesha. And I
No,
tried to
I didn't
let
know who
that.
she was. I couldn't.
No. You didn't call her by her name. You could read. If you can't read her name, then you know we know you didn't read the bill, right? So, and this goes to the main issue in the MAGA cult. It's the men in the cult who are some of the biggest snowflakes.
Why would you want to fund illegals, though? That's what I'm asking y'all.
That is not
Y'all
in the
not
bill.
answering the
That's
question.
how we know you didn't read it. That's nowhere in the bill. Nowhere.
Yeah.
You didn't read it.
Thank
You're just repeating what Mike Johnson said, and that's how they trick y'all dumbasses. Excuse me, Zeus.
Now
in the
you gotta
voting
talk to
booth.
mom about that now,
Be who you are.
Takesha.
They
Be
know
free.
that if they put it in a book or put it in writing, they can fool y'all because y'all ain't gonna read it. It says nothing about funding immigrants for insurance in the bill.
Of course, he's not gonna say that.
And you didn't read it. That's how we know you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You know, and Chuck Schumer is so worried about all this
slow,
other
sir.
stuff. Why he's
Slow,
worried about
okay.
opening the
So
government and feeding the
Takesha,
kids?
should we deal with him and judge him, or is there any more you want to?
Zeus, let me say something about Slow Sir. There is no
Go
help
ahead,
for Slow
Takesha.
Sir because Slow Sir doesn't
I
read.
apologize for calling you Whoopi
Go
Goldberg.
ahead and take
Slow
care of him.
Sir just goes around and repeats what his party say. Now let me ask you this question, Zeus. Zeus, is it anywhere in the bill funding for SNAP benefits? There's nowhere near. That's not even in the bill. So how you blaming Democrats for that, Zeus?
Because he's been programmed. He's what
How
they
are you
call.
saying Democrats voted 9 times when there has been nobody there to vote against?
Was that? Wait a minute, Takesha. They said it's strike 3. That's strike 3, Slow Sir. You already broke the rules of the show.
Hey,
So
I
what we
want to
got?
apologize for calling her Whoopi Goldberg.
Baby, I don't care nothing about that.
Yeah.
You think do you think that moves to Keisha?
Takesha said she
Do you
said
think that moved me?
The Slow Sir, unfortunately, Takesha, and you know what, you did apologize. That's a good thing, but we can't have you up here spreading lies and then blaming the Democrat not once, not twice, but 3 times. Ladies and gentlemen, I had no choice to do it, but we got to send him where he belongs, straight to hell. W Takesha. Yeah, W Takesha. Talk to him, Takesha.
I'm going to say this and then I'm going to go, Zeus. You can tell they haven't read what the Democrats are fighting against. When they come up and say it's a clean CR bill, they heard that.
Yeah.
They haven't read it. They don't know what's in it. When they break out and say they want health care for immigrants, if they read it, it says in there for only Americans and doctors.
Yeah.
You don't see nowhere in that bill where it says they want health insurance for undocumented immigrants. But as long as I've learned a long time, Zeus, if you put it in a book or you put it in writing, you can fool people because they're not going to take the time to read it. They'll rather be fooled by words than taught by information.
Amen. No lies detected. W Takesha, especially when you start talking about Blagger. And I hate to do that.
Black is very ridiculous. I'm so embarrassed at Blagger, and they should be embarrassed at themselves. But where the MAGA supporters at, Zeus, they somewhere trying to find the nearest food bank. Because they see why they were looking over here at these people losing. I told you, Zeus, while they looking across the street, they screwing their back out too. So see why they was looking the other way. Now they done turned around and look and see the screw in their back. They see they get screwed just like everybody else, Zeus. So they in the food bank line getting ready.
Ooh, no wonder they ain't, putting the ones in the chat and coming up here defending this guy anymore.
Exactly.
Oh, W Takesha. Well, guess what I'm gonna do? I need to go do a little field trip to one of these food banks.
You go find them there with their MAGA hats flipped inside out. They don't want nobody to know they got one on.
Wow, that's diabolical.
You gonna wait a minute, Zeus. I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
They in the line when the people say what that red hat represents. The blood of Jesus.
Oh,
it represents the blood of Jesus. They got it flipped inside out.
Yeah.
You can't see them but red. Now they out here representing the blood of Jesus.
Wow. From your
Bad
lips
Zeus,
to God's...
I can't play with you today. Good
Thank
night.
you, Takesha. From your lips to God's ears. Thank you. I'm not allowed. Listen, I'm the host of the show. I'm not allowed to go to the depths that a lot of the panelists that are my mutuals can go with some of the guests. But I appreciate what Takesha and all who do what she does. When you get up here and you just shut it down immediately, it really does make my day, make my morning, because we need more of that. We shouldn't allow folks like him to lead anybody. It's like giving somebody that doesn't have a license to drive. It's like giving them the keys to your brand new sports car or something. Like, no, why don't you go on over there and play with the little Tonka truck, all right? You got a long way to go, all right? Huge W, Zeus. Let's try this again. Let's try this once again. Are there any Trump voters out there that are willing to get up here and, you know, honestly make a good pitch as to why you still support Donald Trump and then point out some things that maybe he's doing that are actually helping America, all right? Because for some strange reason, and I'm starting to think Takesha is right, it's been mighty quiet. It's been mighty quiet around here, MAGA. What happened? Has anyone seen DJ? You know, DJ, he you know, I just sit there and they, these guys, they come over here and they talk to me. And I appreciate it because they really do think there's a way they could, you know, win me over and get me to somehow subscribe to the MAGA ideology. And I just want to make sure everyone understands this. No matter how many Trump people I talk to, and I could be as friendly, because no one could be more friendly than me, right? Yeah, no one could be more friendly than me. You're not going to, my values don't change like Vice President Kamala Harris said. My values will never change. And the reason that is because, and I'd hate to say it, when we saw, what I saw happen on January 6th, remember that? It was, to me, I said, what's worse than being racist in this country? And at the time, being a racist person was bad, right? Seriously. But you can be worse than that. You could be a racist who's also a traitor. Yeah. And I said after that, no, I will never, ever, ever in my life, as long as you got this demon running the country, I'll never, ever be able to get along with that. That's a huge W, Zeus. Yes, W, drummer, right? Yeah. Because if you're a racist and then you layer that with being a traitor, I don't know what to say. Totally un-American, all right? Totally un-American, all right? Let's move it along, all right? Who do we have here? Good morning. Who is this right here? Sandy? Sandy, good morning. Sandy W524. Good morning. Are you there? Was it an accident? Are you there, Sandy?
It was definitely an accident. I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you for coming. All right. I appreciate that.
Okay.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, you know, we got a lot of, you know, I try to get some new voices in here. People I don't normally hear from. And then, you know, spice it up a little bit. Who do we got? Who is this here? How long? Not long. Good morning. How can I help you? How long? Not long. How can I help you?
Dang.
Yeah, you're on the show. I got you. There you go. Don't worry. I think it was an accident. I think it was an accident. Who do we got next? Ladies and gentlemen. Carnella, good morning.
Of course, again, this was an accident, but good morning, everybody.
Yes. Okay, I remember you. Yes.
Yes.
You wanted to say something, or you said this was an accident?
This was an accident, but you know what? I'm gonna drop down. I'm sorry. I wasn't ready for this.
I don't know. Okay.
Next time. It'll be
okay, sorry. Well, listen, W. Carnella. Yeah, it takes a lot of courage. I get it. That was a cute. Antonia, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
You know, I'm doing all right. A lot better now that you're here.
Well, I just want to say I'm really sick of these people saying that we are trying to give free insurance and healthcare to undocumented individuals. First of all, there's something called EMTALA. You show up into the emergency room, regardless of immigration status, regardless if you have insurance or not, you are taken care of in an emergency situation. You want people just to unalive because they're having a heart attack and they came from Mexico or Guatemala or Italy or the UK. That's disgusting that you want that person to unalive because of that.
True.
If you were in a foreign country, they would take care of you. And because that individual said that, how would he like with Mr. Slow Sir, No Sir? Yeah. How would he like if he lost his insurance and showed up to the ER and they're like, you got no insurance, bud, walk outside. Go unalive in the parking lot. That's not how it works.
Yeah. And you know what? I listened to what he said, and I said, this is the type of brother that could actually end up being the victim of what they call black on black crime. And what if he ended up in the hospital as a result of that, right? Because, you know, the statistics say he's definitely at some point going to be impacted by it. So he should be more understanding and compassionate.
Correct. And it doesn't mean when you don't show up to the hospital and you're on that gurney waiting, they don't show up and say, hey, let me see where your credit card is. Because a lot of hospitals are doing that. Why? Because even people with insurance don't pay their bills. How come he's not upset at those people who cause healthcare costs to rise? How come he's not upset with Elon grifting the government for billions of dollars, or Trump's family grifting the government for billions and millions of dollars? But he's upset at a few people who come here, break their backs working, picking the food his ass wants to eat cheaply, eat at ethnic restaurants. How come that's okay?
Yeah. Think about it.
But all these billionaires can grift the hell out of us and make the cost for us for everything to rise.
Yeah.
But he's afraid about a few people who come here to work hard and provide for their families and make this country better.
Yeah.
But he's sitting here simping on a billionaire who all he does is grift and grift and grift. Is he going to be invited to that ballroom? He sure as hell is not. They don't want his ass in that ballroom.
You're right. You're right. You know, you made me get a picture in my head. You know, it's like his energy is being spent. You know, you go to the gym and you lift those weights. He's spending all day doing like this. What are you lifting? I'm upholding white supremacy. That's what these people are doing.
They've been brainwashed to vote against their own interests towards people who hate them.
Yeah.
They don't respect them.
Yeah.
They hate them. And he's sitting there, he's using those knee pads Newsom sent out.
Patriot knee pads. I saw those. Yeah.
They're sold out. No more knee pads.
Wow. That's you know, when you uphold white supremacy and you're a black person, to me, that's right up there with January 6th. That's right up there with January 6th.
It's worse than January 6th.
Yeah.
It's even worse because you're supporting that.
Yeah. Yeah. It is worse because one is going this way, the other one's going that way. You're black, but then you're also being a traitor to the country at the same. It's double bad. You should be ashamed of yourselves. And I'm pretty sure if I were to check in with your parents, they're definitely embarrassed to even claim you as their children. It's sad, honestly. But this is the situation we're in because a lot of these people are poorly educated.
They're poorly educated and they parrot horrible information. Takesha's asking him, did you read the bill? It's a clean CR bill. If it was a clean bill, you don't need the Democrats. You push it through. The Republicans would push it through. That's how you know it's not a clean bill.
Bingo.
Stop parroting. Open up your damn eyes. Use your little fingers to Google on your phone, the supercomputer that's in front of you that you use to spew hate, and look up that information. Because yes, he's happy those kids are going to go hungry. He's sitting there laughing. There's kids that are going to go hungry. There's families that I can't watch it anymore. It hurts my heart to see people struggle at this moment. I'm sick of seeing these ICE agents tackling people. I'm sick of seeing them putting knees on people's heads. I'm sick of all of it. And he's sitting there parroting people who all they want is destruction of this country and grift us to death.
Tell them. There you go. Well, listen,
Open up your eyes, people. Your ancestors fought a bunch of things. They fought fascism. They fought slavery. They fought all this. And what you're doing is parroting the people that suppressed you, that caused this injury to your family, to your ancestors, to your people.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get off your knees and open up your eyes.
Amen. Amen. W. Antonio. All right. Well, listen, you did an outstanding job. All right, my good friend. And
Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Try to open up these people's eyes. Open up their brains. Let a freaking neuron synapse happen in their brain to create a thought.
Oh, thank you. I will, and I'll try. And you help me too. All right. So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. W. Antonia. No lies detected. Now, I'm not going to let this comment slide. Marsha, are you here, Marsha? Are you here, Marsha? I want to make sure I at least get the question out there, but I want to make sure Marsha is here. And I'll go ahead and read what I read Marsha said in the comment section. And then I'll ask if there's anybody that wants to address my good friend Marsha, because I could say things but I don't want to get myself into trouble. But I'll read what she said. All right. Marsha says, all my black friends have left the Democrats Party. That's what Marsha said. That's what Marsha said. All her black friends have left the Democrats Party. Marsha, do you want to come up here and explain that to all of us? Marsha, are you there? Because I saw the comment, and I knew right then and there that that's an example of someone that's allowed the MAGA demon to get a hold of them. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure what was the thought behind that? Because, I learned something growing up. Not every thought that comes through your head is yours, right? And I just wanted to double check and make sure you knew what you were talking about when you said that, all right? Because to me, it was definitely one for the history books, all right? All right, hold on real quick. What do we got here? Hi, Nutty.
Marsha. Dear Marsha.
Oh, you're going to speak on it. Okay.
Marsha, we know you ain't got no black friends. We already know this, Marsha. So why are you trying to lie to us? Why are you trying to lie to us, Marsha? Okay. See, Zeus, that's the problem. That is the problem. They think people of color, not just black folks, but they think people of color, they think we're stupid. They think we're stupid.
Oh.
Anyone that says, my black friends, they don't have black friends. If they say, my gay friends, they don't have gay friends. If they say whatever, they don't have it. Because the last time I checked, when you're referring to a subgroup of people that are supposed to be in your orbit, you just call them mutuals, you call them friends.
Yeah.
Despite race, right?
Yeah. That's what I say. I don't.
Despite race.
Yeah. Who says that?
But can I just kind of piggyback on Takesha or
it's a free country
or Whoopi as Slow Sir has put it?
Okay, yeah, it's a free country.
So I have to turn my camera on for this.
What? No,
So, hey Zeus, can I get the big box for a second?
Okay, you asked nicely, but be careful up there. There's a lot pressure on you.
Hey, Slow Sir. You know those cares? Because you're a blagger, right? That we used to have for you last month? Why didn't you save them up, Slow Sir? You know those times where we saw black men getting their tails beat in the street by police officers? Slow Sir?
Lord have mercy.
Did you save any of the cares for now? Because guess what, Slow Sir? They're coming after you next. They're coming after you next. And guess what, Slow Sir? By the way, this toast is good.
Hey, what you got on that toast, bro?
It's apple butter.
Oh.
It's apple butter.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But to Slow Sir, the ancestors ain't coming for you. When you throw that chair up, when you throw that hat up, the chairs ain't coming for you. They're not coming, Slow Sir.
Wow. That's mean, Nutty. Nutty, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's mean that you would get up here and pick on that young man like that. You know he you know his mind ain't right. You know something wrong with that boy. You know that ain't right, Nutty.
Listen, Zeus, that I call her the toast lady. She's got to be the most famous person on TikTok right now. Well, not famous, infamous.
True. W Nutty, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you call saying something without saying something.
But no, it does. You know, Antonia, you know, she said it best along with Takesha.
Yeah.
It's the worst when people of color start saying the same talking points that we hear from the others.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean by when I say the other?
Absolutely. I do.
Because it's like, have you all no decency?
Yeah.
Because what group of people in this nation, the United States of America, what group of people have always been victimized, traumatized, demoralized? It's always people of color.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if you're black, Haitian, Asian. It doesn't matter. If you are a person of color, you've been demonized and victimized, but yet you have people of color coming up here and defending that. And they'll say that they don't defend it. You're defending it by supporting this nonsense. Because you think it's okay that they're doing it to someone else.
Yeah.
And it's not. Because I promise you, when they get done doing it to them and they don't have them to come after anymore, it only leaves you.
Yeah.
You're next, slow sir.
Well, Edward, wait a minute, Edward. You said so by defending, you have to vote for the black president. Nutty, could you speak on that?
Well, I'll tell you this.
Yeah, we don't want no lies getting spreading out there, because that's not what this is about.
At least the black president did not harm America.
That part. And Edward, I've been following you for a while. But when you go off the rails a little bit, I got to get you back on the rails. Yeah, that's not what this has been about. What we're talking about is right versus wrong. And it just so happens that, she's a woman of color. But that shouldn't even be the main issue. It shouldn't be.
Well, you know what's interesting, Zeus?
Mm-hmm.
If that black woman was sitting in the White House today,
oh my gosh,
would we be talking about all of these atrocities that we've been talking about since January 20th?
No. We would have that opportunity economy. Businesses would be getting started because they would have been getting invested in. We would have people getting along. We would have put this whole MAGA thing to rest. We would have been prosperous country. Nations around the world would be getting along with us. I mean, we would definitely. Wow, I think I would be more handsome too. I mean, I would even go as far as say you would be handsome.
Well, I'm already handsome.
No, Nutty, knock it off now. Knock it off. I can't go that far. All right, but I get your point.
But one thing's for sure, Zeus. I can tell you this.
What's that?
If that black woman was sitting in the White House, children wouldn't be going without food.
Yeah.
But yet they want to scream the babies. Y'all don't care about the babies.
No.
Y'all don't care about the babies.
No.
So just come out and just be truthful. Own your truth.
Yeah.
You don't care about the babies.
Nope.
Because it's not about you.
Bingo.
Thank you. Have a great day.
W Nutty, ladies and gentlemen. You see how that works? You get in and you get out. You say your words. You say your piece, and then you get on out here. That's what this is about, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go on to the next panelist. Do we have any more guests out there, ladies and gentlemen, that are Trump supporters? Where are you at? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump voter. And what we'll try to do is we'll try to get you straightened out, all right, as quick as we can. Eugene, no, Eugene, you're not the most handsome. You are handsome in your you must be talking to Nutty, because Big Zeus is definitely the most handsome. It's on the app. That's the first H. All right, don't ever forget it. All right. Good morning, Shay. How are you doing?
Hey, good. Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
I sure can.
Awesome. My iPad's kind of resting.
Cut it out, Santana. I see you know. I'll get Santana, and then I'll get Nutty, and I'll get Q Dog up here. And no offense, Q Dog, but we just got to make sure everybody knows what the order is. But they'll all look at and they'll say, "Well, those are some decent looking guys. My heart and my soul belong to Big Zeus, W Zeus." All right. Sorry, Shay, I didn't want to say that.
Hey, don't get me in the middle trying to choose between all these handsome men on our side. Don't do that to a girl. Don't do that to a girl.
Yeah, fair. Well,
there's too many of you. Honestly,
there's one handsome, and then there's some that might be cute. All right, and I'll let that slide, but no.
Okay, yeah, you can't put me in the middle. I love you all,
you.
so
Yeah.
but of course, I got to give you a little bit extra attention because this is your platform, and you are the Zeus, you are the big Zeus, you are the man, you are the man. So I will give you that, my friend.
Look at him crying right there when you said that. Oh, thank you, Shay. W. Shay, ladies and gentlemen. Man, she made him cry. I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
Hey guys, girls, y'all feel me.
Yeah.
Getting a hard spot here. We got lots to choose from. We're blessed on this side, I have to say.
True.
We're very blessed on this side.
Yeah. And we'll put sanctions on them if they get out of hand. I'll put sanctions on them.
Right. No, I love it. No, yeah. I mean, the fact that even brought that up, I think it was him. It's like, can you imagine if she had won? It's like, God, I can't even let my head go there, honestly, because, we're all trying to survive through this and stay the most positive that we can. And it's hard. It's really hard,
Tell them,
and
Shay.
I don't even understand why. I know how we got here, but it's just so sad to me that we got here. I just really thought people would have been smarter. And I think that, Harris and Biden really felt that people would say, why would I vote for a felon? Why would I do this? Is mishandling a COVID? Like that would have ridden out, but they fell for the fear mongering about the border and never took time to look at the crime statistics, never took time to look up any of this stuff. And they still don't. They still think that quote unquote illegals, using their term, guys, not mine, are getting health benefits and Medicare and Medicaid. And they still believe this, but they won't look it up. You just
Wow.
You just believe everything that you're being told, but you won't take a minute to investigate. You remember all the times, right? I know. I think that's a little hot. I just said, no, that's, Chadley. I just sit here and go, still, they're feeding you with all this nonsense, right?
Yeah.
They're feeding you with all this nonsense. You will not take the time, like Takesha brought up, you won't take the time to read it. You believe that it's a clean CR. If it was a clean CR, then they wouldn't need 60 Senate votes. The only time you need 60 votes is when there is a budgetary change. That is the rules of the Senate when it comes to financials, that they have to have a 60 vote margin to pass it. So it's not clean when they took out the subsidies.
Scott, she's right. And Scott, I'm glad you appeared when Shay got up here, but I've been meaning to talk to you about that lie you gave us about your so-called insurance benefits. I called the number you gave us, bro. It was a dead number. Sorry, Shay.
Not the dead number.
Yeah, he tricked us again saying he's covered. He's not covered.
Yeah, and listen, this is the ACA subsidies due to COVID. Thank God. President Biden at the time and the Democrats at the time knew that they had to hold this still. But this doesn't just affect the ACA. This affects all insurance premiums at the end of the day, because when you have people without insurance going to hospitals and receiving quote unquote necessary free, getting it for free because they're not going to let them out alive in the emergency rooms, where do you think those costs trickle down to? It's just like, imagine a hurricane, right? Some of you have, right?
There's one right now.
By the way, prayers to Jamaica, thoughts to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Can't imagine being on an island with a Cat 5.
Has Donald Trump said anything about that?
No.
Ain't that funny? No, he don't care about black people.
No, he's blowing up boats around Jamaica. That's what he's doing. He's got our Navy down there. Is he going to use our Navy hospital ship to help him out, I wonder? Oh, no, he didn't want to do that for Puerto Rico.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't want to help Puerto Rico with our hospital ships.
Sad.
Yeah,
Sad.
disgusting behavior. No, he won't say anything about Jamaica because it's people of color. It's people of color. And there's nowhere they could go. Nowhere. When you're on an island, where do you go?
He didn't even offer him an off-ramp. Hey, that thing looks pretty big, the biggest ever in the region. Y'all might want to get out and help evacuate. He didn't even offer that to him. Huh.
No. And it just, he won't even talk about it. In fact, what he did talk about is that it would be cute if J.D. Vance and he ran on the same ticket again, this time Trump being the VP, right? And I tell you, this is what they're going to do. Steve Bannon said it out loud, that he is going to win a third term, screw the Constitution, that there's ways around it. I'm telling you what it is. It's J.D. Vance, Donald Trump. Trump the VP. They get elected. God forbid, but I can't even say that won't happen now. Sadly, there's enough stupid people in this country to have that happen again, sadly. And then J.D. Vance will step out and Trump will become president again. That's what they're going to do. That's their plan.
Wow.
And I'm not making it up.
Wow. I mean,
but he cannot run again, even as VP. I don't know, Jim. What if he's VP? I don't know what it says in the Constitution.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He can't run again as president. Correct.
He wipes his butt, Shay, with the Constitution. You know, I don't believe Donald Trump will obey the rule of law at all. He will try, and if they let him get away with it, who's going to stop him, right? Because that's where I'm at right now. I mean,
right.
The Supreme Court hasn't stopped him.
Yeah.
You never know.
No, because the VP has to be able to. Well, I agree, Jim. Is that in the Constitution? See, that's what I'm saying. Did
Fake
we
news.
factor this into the Constitution?
I say it's fake news.
Thinking, would they try this? See, this is the thing they may try.
Yeah.
And they have the Supreme Court. I understand it shouldn't be happening, but I don't know the 22nd Amendment even accounts for
Well, let
it.
me ask this. Is he allowed to get a third term?
I'll have to look at it.
Is he allowed to get a third term? Because if they're saying it's misinformation, fine. But is he allowed to get a third term?
No, he's not. No.
Okay.
So I guess he shouldn't be able to drop out.
But wait a minute. But is he actually promoting Trump 2028?
He is.
And is Trump 2028, would that be equal to a third term?
It would be. Correct.
So if he's not allowed to do that, why is he promoting that he's going to do it?
That's what I'm saying. They've got some way, because I'm sorry, the 2024 election, something went on with that. Don't believe it. And so I think they could use Elon Musk again. They could do all kinds of things to stop some of the voting. He could use the National Guard in the streets. He could claim the Insurrection Act. He could. There's a lot of things. But they're thinking about it. Let's be real clear what you did. Those of you that voted for him because of the border and transgender ideology. This is what you've gotten us into. That
What a disgrace.
And we've tried to tell you, it's all in Project 2025, but you didn't want to believe that. No, Agenda 47, that's what he's running on. He doesn't believe in Project 2025.
Bingo.
This is the problem that we've gotten into, that you guys wouldn't research on your own. That's what I wanted to say. You just won't look at it like, no, sir. No, you won't look at it like Takesha called you out. It's not in the CR about quote unquote illegals. I hate using the word, but that's what they understand.
Yeah.
Getting free medical care. It's not about that. It's
Yeah.
about anywhere between insurance rates. If you're on the ACA, your insurance rates will raise anywhere between $600 to $1,200 more. How many of you could afford an extra $600 or $1,200 just for insurance?
Dame could because
Is he
done
rolling?
he's done an
He's
outstanding job ripping off Trump supporters on TikTok. I get it, all right. That's a huge W, Zeus, because they don't love themselves. He says to you, you don't love yourself, you don't love your country. All right, come on in here. I could do something with you. And that's just what MAGA is all about, ripping each other off. It's the most embarrassing and disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. These people are un-American, and they do not like themselves or their country. All right, but you know what, Shade? You know, we're going to look into it.
Real clear.
Yeah.
This ideology. See, this is why we know, Dame, that you are going to fall for fascism. Because your ideology says you're going to fall for fascism. When you say, because we are holding the President of the United States' feet to the fire, that we don't love our country, that's nationalistic rhetoric. which leads to fascism.
Yes. Bingo.
So when you do that, you have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker. Yeah. I love this country more than you will ever love this country.
Me too.
And my choice, and my husband was even saying, you know, oh, I don't know, Shay, you being on TikTok, there's all this face identity stuff, there's this and that. And I said, you know what, Brett? They want us to be afraid to use our voice.
Yeah, we're never afraid. It will never
We're not.
surrender.
I'm not going to stop talking because they may or may not pull me aside at an airport and all the other stuff that, you know, this fear mongering starts happening. Then they do that to keep us quiet.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it. They can't do it. We still have our rights in this country. And if I got to sit in jail for a couple of days, I don't give two flying anything.
Bingo.
Because let me
W-Shay.
tell you something, you're not going to quiet me down.
Yeah, we don't wear masks over here. We get out here and do our job. So
We
yeah,
are the true patriots. We
Thank
are
you.
the British are coming. We are the true patriots right here.
Amen.
we are gonna hold their
Amen.
feet to
Shay's
the
on to
fire.
something. Yeah. Oh, you know, and they Shay, and I don't want to hold you up a little bit, but I'll say this because they do that to me. You know what they tell me? Zeus, I've sent your videos to the cache. You know, I can't say his name because you know TikTok will flag it, but I've sent it to, you know, headquarters. And I say, could you just imagine these trials that they would have when, you know, they play the evidence? This is Zeus. And they'd have you and Takesha and, you know, all the people. And they play that stuff. I would be in court laughing my behind off the whole time.
Me too. I'm like, I sure as hell did call him a fat ass. I sure did.
Yeah. They
like,
are
play
that.
everything I said about Trump. I'd be laughing my butt off.
Yeah, because, you know, and it would just show how weak these people truly are.
Sorry, Mom.
Play the part where I said he was weak. And then they go, and Your Honor, this is when Shay hurt my feelings. And the jury would sit there and go, oh, what a waste of taxpayers' money. And it would just totally help the Democrats, ladies and gentlemen. W. Shay, thank you.
That would be my best day to be in court and they play everything, every video I ever made against Trump. That would be my best day.
We would dominate all major news headlines because there's so much content, and it would be us playing clips of Donald Trump in there the whole time. So, you know, it'd just be insanity. All right. Well, listen, Shay, I got.
Oh my God. All right, guys. I love you guys. We're gonna get through this, but yeah, it's painful that we live around people that won't read.
Thank you.
And just believe. So anyway, read, people. Read.
Thank you.
Good. Love you all.
Shay.
Uh-huh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you all can see, I've been doing, you know, a great job cutting through. Oh, yeah, this is the liar right here. This is the liar right here.
We're gonna turn on the camera. If this is a liar, Slick Willie, explain to me why I got my fucking health card in front of me, smart ass. Right
Turn on
there.
the camera. Turn on the
Right
camera.
there
Turn
it
it. No,
is
I
on.
don't see it. I don't see it.
Hang on there, buddy.
If I'm wrong, Scott, if I'm wrong, I'll apologize. But hold on, Scott. Both numbers you gave me, remember, you gave me two different numbers. They didn't work. And every time I've asked you who your insurance carrier is, you keep changing the answer.
You First Health. Says
Show
right
us.
on the card. First
I don't
Health
see it.
Network.
I don't see it. Turn on
Hang
the
on,
camera.
You're gonna eat your word.
Yeah, please. Please, I want to eat my words on TikTok, Scott.
Get me out of the big box. Get me out of the big box because I can't turn it on while you're doing that. Just
Oh,
hang
so,
on.
okay. So I got to put you in the
Hang
little
on,
box
hang on,
so you can turn on
hang
your
on, I
camera.
gotta save it. Hang on, I got it right there, buddy.
Jesus.
Right there
Hold
is
on,
my
hold
insurance
on.
card, buddy. Right there.
Hold
First
on.
Health insurance,
I can't
buddy, right there. See it?
I can't see it.
There's my card. You
Show me it.
See it. I can see it on your screen.
Okay, I got it. All right, so
Right
it is
there.
first.
There's my card,
Okay.
buddy. It's legit.
Okay. So it's First Health Network. All right, I'll
That's
be
right.
back,
It's
Scott.
right
We'll
there
talk
in the
again.
back, buddy. It's got a number on it.
We'll be Scott. What's the number? Let me make sure I get that number again, because I promise you, I'm gonna call him. Give me the real number. Give me the real number, because you've given me 5 different numbers.
It's 800-226-5116, Monday through Friday.
800-226-5116.
Yep. And I gave you the card
All right,
with all my
let me.
information knocked on her. It says right on your medical coverage, urgent care,
Okay.
co-pay
Okay.
zero, emergency room visits, everything. No deductible at all.
Okay.
Mine is
Okay.
not
So, Scott.
mine is not associated with the government. My insurance is not. I already
Okay,
called
so-
and asked.
Okay. No, listen. So you've honestly done something that I wish you would have done right from the very beginning. You've produced
you what it
something
was.
that I
I
could
told
actually
you
go
gotta
look
go
into.
help.
Now, no,
I told
no,
you
no,
that,
no,
Luz.
no,
I told you
no.
that
Here's the
all
deal.
while,
Here's the
Luz.
deal. Here, Scott. Here's the deal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and call that number, and I'm going to validate and get to the bottom of what's happening. Okay, and then I'll come back. All right. In the meantime, thank you. And for now, I'll eat my words. Fair enough?
Fair enough. I got the card
All
right
right.
here. It's in my
Okay,
hand.
thank you. Okay, no. Thank you. Just thank you, Scott. Because, see, I don't want to be a liar. Is there anything else you would like to say before I move on?
Nope, I just had to come up here because you guys called me a liar and I had the proof in the pudding right here. Proof in the pudding. Number on
No,
the back
I
of the
called
card
you.
right there.
Scott,
Right
I
there,
called you a
number on
liar.
the card.
Scott.
Do you see it in the back?
No. Wait, hold on. Let me see it. Hold on.
Yeah, you
Show me the
did- you
number.
did
Show me the
too.
number. No. Show me the number.
You
That's
did-
what.
you did- you
Scott,
did
Scott,
too.
show the number.
Hang on.
Show me the number. Don't wait until I put you in the
Yeah.
small camera. Show me the real number, and then I'm gonna do what I need to do with that.
There, hang on.
Hold it there for 3 seconds.
Hang on, Zeus. I can't. I'm
Jesus Christ,
trying to
bro.
do one.
Bro,
Hang on.
are you doing? Wait a second. You're doing something on the road, bro. Okay, I gotta stop you, bro. I thought you was just sitting in the thing right there.
Exactly. That's why I was
Okay.
trying to tell you.
Okay. Oh Lord, have mercy, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I got what I needed. All right, so that's a W, Zeus. All right, and that's a W, Zeus. Scott, I'm not gonna send you to the lake of fire, but I got what I need. That's a MAGA demon for you in real time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad I got that. Oh, because I'm going to look into what Scott was selling on my show, and then if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen, I don't mind honestly, openly apologizing because I don't, unlike a lot of these Trump supporters, I don't think apologizing is a sign of weakness; it's a sign of strength. I just wish Scott would have done that from the very beginning because this is like the third or fourth time I've been talking to him, and the information keeps changing. All right, let's go to the next panelist. Look at who the mob is summoned. It's him himself, Dame.
Yo.
Yes,
Can you-
yes.
Can you hear me, Zeus?
I sure can.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to correct some misinformation that I heard Shay spew.
You can try.
Yeah, 'cause she tried to put this on the Democrats, and I've been going to lives correcting this misinformation. I just want to direct your anti-American chat to the Democrat that said, I understand that kids are going to go hungry. I understand that families are going to be without. But us Democrats, this is our only leverage. So you anti-Americans can blame Trump for the rest of your life, 2028, 2038. But at the end of the day, reading is free, fundamental, and the Democrats seem to can't do it. Because guess what?
Let me ask you a question, Dame, and I get that you feel that way, but I'm not a man that runs around and just goes off of emotion, right? I go off of facts. There's 24 hours in a day, right?
Mhm.
What actions have you known Donald Trump to have done in the past 24 hours that have been basically used to try to get the government open? What has he done?
To get the government open behind closed doors,
Like,
I'm
say
hoping
for
he's
instance,
making calls, but
say for instance, I'm like this. The Democrats, they want the government shut. They don't want nothing going on. What has Donald Trump done to stop that?
he's funded the WIC program so families can still eat. He's fed our soldiers, so they're not without pay.
No. That's not opening the government.
The
That's
Republican
right now. There's air traffic controllers being not paid. Right, today's the day they're supposed to get paid. They didn't get paid. We got a bunch of layoffs happening. People getting furloughed. A lot of research funding has been paused. I mean, seriously, what has he done to actually get all of that done and reopen? Like, what do you think he should do to force the Democrats to open the government if it is true the Democrats are the ones closing the government? That's the only question I wanted to ask you. Because, for instance, it's like this. You're trying to score, and I'm not going to let you in sports, right? There's things you can do to stop people from scoring on you all willy-nilly, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But it just seems like Trump's not even playing defense.
Yeah, he needs to I would hope that it's hard though. Like I said, man, everybody in Congress got TDS, and it's
No.
hard for them to. Yeah, it's hard for them to agree. It's hard for them to work with him, man.
Don't
How
you
could you
believe
work
he's
with people
don't
that
you?
hate you?
Oh, easy. Don't you believe he's solved 8 wars? Think about
I
that.
don't. I don't. I'm not going to say solve, but he definitely negotiated those cease deals. Yeah, he did. He did
Yeah,
that.
so you believe he should get a Nobel Peace Prize, right?
Yeah, he got snubbed.
Yeah, no. So that means he has the ability to take people who can't get along in terms of war and force them to come to peace. That's his strength, correct?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So if he can do all those things, do you think he has the ability to make Democrats and Republicans come together and open the government then?
I think, yeah, I absolutely do think he has the ability.
So
But I do.
so then the larger question then becomes, well, why isn't he using that ability?
Well, we don't know that he's not trying. We don't know. We don't know that he's not trying,
Well,
man.
we
You
do
know.
because we've asked you what has he done in the past 24 hours, bro, and you kind of didn't give me any concrete answers
Well,
about him basically saying I invited. You could have said like, oh, he's been trying to meet with Chuck Schumer, and Hakeem Jeffries.
well, he's in another country right now, brokering, getting better protection, working with our allies. He's working with Tokyo. He's doing more American first activities. Everything he does, it has to do with us, man. That's why I rock with him. As far as
I
the government being open, you need to tell the Democrats stop
no.
trying to get the extension so illegals can go to the emergency room. Because at the end of the day,
Okay,
Zeus,
so I'm gonna
when
do it
they
like
go,
this, Dave. You in a relationship? Let's go back to common sense. You're in a relationship and you're with your main woman, and then you got another woman on the side, right? Imagine telling your main woman, "Hey, the lights and stuff is off here, but don't worry about that. I'm gonna go over here to my side chick, and we gonna get her lights turned on because that's helping this household out." How would that go?
that wouldn't go good.
So why are you selling me that? Like I don't know the game. Why are you trying to sell me that? Like I don't know the game, bro. It doesn't. Trump can go over here and parlay up with all these other nations, but we got to be starving and broke with no lights on over here, champ.
Oh man,
When did it become acceptable in the community to be just mistreated like that by that guy?
I don't look at it as mistreating Zeus. Like I said, man, I don't want children to go hungry. That's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the adults for real because they built, they created the bed
Okay.
that they're in. But I think I am worried about kids not eating for Thanksgiving.
Okay, so
And
then an airplane. I got another
for
example.
the
An
month.
airplane, when the oxygen mask comes down, who do you put the mask on first? The kids or the adults?
Well, the first rule of the first rule of nature is self-preservation. You're just naturally going to do it. You're naturally going to try to survive on your own. Try to survive. That's
So,
just the
so you
that's nature.
So okay, so why would you say I don't care about the adults, but then I don't care about the kids? The adults got to put the oxygen mask on first so they can help the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, that's just what I'm saying. As far as the people crashing out because of the stamps, I'm kind of 50-50 because, like I said, an adult, just like whatever I go through, I created that bed, so I got to lay in it. So is
Not
them
e-
adults. But the thing is, I didn't create a bed to where my child going to suffer if I suffer. That's what I'm saying. So I don't want kids to suffer because of poor decisions that their parents made. That's all I'm saying. So that's why I think Democrats need to hold their side accountable, and the Republicans that are doing pedantic things to keep the government closed for political purposes, they're pieces of crap too.
Oh,
I'm not saying the Republicans are innocent, but as far as the Democrats, the people that
no, no,
fight for
no.
these programs, the people that fight for, AKA the working class and below, they're intentionally keeping the government closed, and they're actually getting exposed right now.
No, Dame. Do you think honestly? What makes more sense? The Democrats are closing the government down because what do they want?
Well, one of the things they want an extension to the ACA.
Okay.
They want some provisions in the ACA so illegals could go to the
No, no, no,
emergency
no,
room.
no, 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 no. That's not true. That part, that's not true. That last part is not true. So that would help Americans, right? If the ACA credits were to extend, that would help Americans. Yes or no?
Some of them, yeah.
All of them, the ones that are impacted by that. That would help millions of Americans, correct? So the answer is yes. Now, so I'm the Democrat. I'm shutting the government down because I want to help Americans. Or I'm the Republicans and I'm shutting the government down because guess what? I don't want to release the Epstein files and have my business come out in these streets. Which one do you think is really the issue? Because let's be fair. The
Neither
House
side
has been
wants the
hold on.
Epstein's files out.
The House has
Neither
been
side.
closed. Hold on. The House has been closed before the shutdown. Am I right?
You mean under a different president? Yeah.
No, under Grindr, MAGA, Mike Johnson, the House was shut down. They were let out on vacation before the government shut down. So obviously, they have no interest in working and doing the work and actually releasing those files. The shutdown was just the next phase of this, of not releasing those files. And it's just sad that you're sitting up here ignoring that reality and you're focusing on this shiny thing, which is the Democrats are trying to give healthcare benefits to Americans.
And
that's a
the thing
problem to
is,
you.
I don't even, if they want to do what you want to do with the illegals, man. But
Why
don't
you keep
make
calling
our
them? What?
well,
No
do
one
what
is
you want to do
illegal.
with the hold on, do what you want to do with the non-citizens, Zeus. That's cool. Okay, at this point, I don't even care about that. But when you shut the government down, people got to travel, man. People got air traffic controllers.
Thank
You
you.
want people. You want
Thank
people
you.
to be at their best, man. You don't
So
want. You don't. Come on, man.
you're right, and that's why we're asking you to look at what your dear leader is doing and point out the
I need y'all to
activities.
just stop. I mean, it's not Trump fault. I know a lot of stuff Trump did. You know, it's pissing people off, man. But we have to be accurate as far as pointing the blame. This is 20% Republicans, 80% Democrats, because the Republicans are not asking for nothing like crazy. They're trying to. The Democrats already signed to something. I mean, agreed to something, and now they want to moonwalk on it and shut the government down because the Republicans don't want to.
You know who Q Dog is? You know who he is? He said he wants to talk to you.
Oh, Q Dog not anti-American. See, this chat is anti-American.
Hold on.
Q Dog is not anti-American. I'll talk to Q. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not saying the
Q Dog, you
Republicans
there?
is just innocent.
All right, you got the floor for a second. Hold
Go
on.
ahead,
Y'all
Q-Dog.
talk it out. I'll be right back.
All right, what's going on, Dame?
What up, Q, man? I'm not saying the Republicans innocent, bro. I just need y'all to understand that see things from my POV just for a few minutes, as far as the power these people have to make a deal and get these people back to work.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. If you just
Look,
look it up, Q, they have power to freaking
let
open this up, man.
me
Go
ask you
ahead.
something, bro.
Go ahead.
I hear a lot of people that vote for Trump and that are supporters of Trump, but they also say they believe in God and they believe in Jesus. Do you know how many rulers of hell are accounted?
No. What do you mean?
There are 7 rulers of hell.
Oh, rulers
Yeah.
of hell. Yes.
Okay.
I got you.
We're in the times of revelations right now. And it's just amazing to me that we have so many people that claim to love Jesus, believe in God, but are doing the devil's work. For instance, we have Lucifer. We know that he was an archangel. He was the highest in heaven until he decided that he wanted to change the narrative and be God. That's pride. Then we have Satan. Satan is the form of wrath. These are all of the earthly, all these earthly people that we see on a day-to-day basis that allow these demons to enter their souls. And you don't see it with the naked eye, but people who really truly have a relationship with God, they see it. Belphegor, sloth. Leviathan, envy. Beelzebub, gluttony. Asmodeus, lust. Mammon, greed. We see in each individual form of these demons on a day-to-day basis. but we have folks that follow Satan. Satan is in the form of Donald Trump. He's in Donald Trump. And you don't believe it because you thinking that he's trying to make it better for us. No, he's intertwining every last one of those 7 sins. And you're not even seeing it. You're not. Gluttony, he's taking the food out of the children's mouths. But he wants you to believe, well, you know, it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans. It don't matter. These are children. He wants you to believe that the wars that he is creating is because of the Democrats and Republicans. That's greed. When he destroys a part of the White House that our ancestors built, that's greed. And to go on and on, you see it on a day-to-day basis, what he's doing, what he's implementing to the people that follow him do. It's on that list in some form, shape, or fashion. And we got to stop letting this devil, stop letting this devil. This is the reason why Zeus puts it on a day-to-day basis, condemn them to hell. They already in hell. Leave them where they're at. Because as long as you contribute in feeding to that, it is no different than Jesus and Barabbas. You remember they convinced the people, the government convinced the people to free Barabbas and condemn Jesus. All Jesus wanted to do was heal. All he wanted to do is teach the people. He did nothing but show love. But the people were convinced that Barabbas should go. We knew what Barabbas was about. He was a murderer, he was a rapist, and all the above. But they let him go. But we knew it was the plan. That was the plan. That's the reason why he did not fight it. He could have came off that cross with no problems, but it was the plan. And what people don't realize is what's happening now is the plan. We saw what happened in the Red Sea. So he told him, let my people go. I'm going to tell you once, I'm going to tell you twice, I'm not going to tell you more than 3 times. Let my people go. And see, Trump ain't hearing that. We keep ringing an alarm. Let my people go. Let my people go. He ain't listening. Okay. It's in the plan. And his demise is coming soon. And whoever is following him are going to go into that Red Sea. We just trying to get you up out of there before it happens, bro. And I'm telling you this is God talking through me. This ain't Q-Dog talking. This is God talking through me. And I'm using him. I'm allowing him to use me to reach out to people like yourself and people like No Sir and so forth, because we were the first people of the earth. Why do you think that he was on Calvary? Do you think that any people with no melanation in their skin could survive in that area where Calvary was? It's trying to get your attention, bro. We say it every day, all day. We're trying to get your attention before it's too late. By then, when it's too late, there's nothing we can do. Ain't no coming up to Zeus's panels or Angie's panels or Nutty's panels or having a Q-Dog talk to you. And I'm gonna land my plane with this. You remember the story where it was a man that was on a deserted island and he prayed to God to save him. Lord, can you please save me? Please save me. A man came by in a boat. Hey, come on, get on the boat. Let me throw the rope to you so you can pull me ashore so I can take you to salvation. No, I'm gonna wait on God. He got me. Go on, I'm good. Okay. Helicopter comes by. Show me where to land at. I could drop the ladder down so you could climb up to safety and we could fly you to civilization. We could fly you to safety. No, go ahead. God got me. I'm waiting on him. I'm waiting on the Lord. Oh, okay. Plane comes by. Hey, where can we land on the island so we can fly you to safety? No. God got me. Go ahead. I'm good. God got me. Years go by. And he asked the Lord on the day of his reckoning, Lord, why did you forsake me? Why didn't you save me? Well, I sent the plane, I sent the boat, and I sent the helicopter, and you turned all of them away. Brother, this is your plane, your boat, and your helicopter. And whoever else is in this chat that is listening to these words that are coming through my mouth as a vessel for God. This is your safety net. Take hold of it. You can't hold the devil's hand and reach out for God in the same breath. You can't do it. You can't serve two gods. And the devil ain't even a god. He's a demon. You can't serve a god and a demon. You got to let that demon go. Because if you don't, Lord, in Jesus' name, I'm asking that you have pity on anyone in this live and anyone who's listening to my voice. Father God, we ask that you have mercy on these souls that are lost. We ask that you come forth today and free their mind of this demonic volume of hatred and lust and greed and all the above. Jesus, we're asking this in your name, Father God. And this ain't no joke, Father. I'm coming to you because my brothers are lost. My brothers are lost and they need you. They need you more now than ever, because if you don't step in now, we don't know what's going to happen to their soul. Wow. Jesus, I'm asking this in Jesus' name. Father, in your mighty name, amen.
Amen. WQ dog. Wow.
I'm gonna say this too. What I will do, because I really respect you, bro. You and Zeus. What I would do is, because God knows I honestly, everything I say, I really believe it. I'm not just saying it unless it's obvious and I'm kidding. Most of the stuff I say when I'm serious, I really believe it. So this is what I'm gonna do. I already pray, but I'm gonna pray and I'm gonna ask God if what I'm doing is wrong to confirm what you just said and give me a sign that it's wrong.
That's all you got to do, bro. All you got to do is ask for his forgiveness, ask him to guide you. Because I'm going to tell you this, bro. We go back and forth on this, TikTok and whatnot for entertainment purposes or whatnot. But when it comes down to the real nitty gritty, brothers like me, brothers like Zeus, we are here for you because we love you. And this is no bullcrap. It don't matter the color of your skin, because God didn't see no color. When he got up on that cross, he didn't see any color. None whatsoever. When we get cut, we all bleed the same color. And he shed his blood for our sins of what's going on here. You got some folks that just don't care. They want to do what they want to do when they want to do it. It don't matter to them because their soul is so far gone. They don't even want to hear the name God, because when they say, when the word of God is spoken, the earth start trembling. Souls start shaking. And I want you to be the one to say, you know what? I had a conversation with God. And he gave me confirmation that this ain't what I'm supposed to be doing. Because all followers ain't good followers. And I'm gonna let you know on this one. I had a conversation that I think was a breakthrough with Wild Man and with his son DJ. Total turnaround, just like with you. And I use you as a vessel to say I had the same conversation with Dame. He understands it, but you gotta let that hand go, bro. You gotta let that demonic hand go.
Amen.
Because as long as you hold on to him, he gonna keep you from the heaven gates.
Man. Now listen, that Big Zeus has to run, y'all. But this has been incredible. I want to give Q Dog and all you wonderful. Even Dame, you were listening. When the truth sits on you like that, you can't keep running. All right, something's happening here, and it's happening on this show. So thank you. I appreciate it. All right, you too. But I gotta run.
No doubt, brother.
All right. Out later. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible show. You know, you just have to say this is one of the best shows on TikTok. Q Dog nailed it. He went somewhere I wasn't willing to go, and I got to work on that. But Q Dog, you did your job, and Dame, hopefully you took something from that, because yeah, I'm sitting around here, and you just sit there and you go, what have we gotten ourselves into as a nation? All right, but honestly, I want to give all of you in the audience a huge round of applause. Because without you, this show wouldn't be what it is. Definitely entertaining, engaging, and definitely educational. All right. And oh, yeah. And thank you to all the subscribers, gifters, and moderators and panels. Seriously. Because, you know, this is a community. And yeah, we do joke around like Q Dog was saying. But when there's real situations that are happening, you get into a moment like that, and it's just undeniable. You got to let the word do what it does. All right. But I got to get up out of here. WVIP, too. And I wish I could have talked to every single one of you, but you know this show only goes 2 hours. I'll be back tomorrow, though, 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. I got to give one last round of booze and shame. And this definitely goes out to the Zeus haters, all right? You know, y'all got to stop pointing your fingers at me, all right, because of what I am saying. I have a right to speak my mind and say what's on it. If the information and the perspective, the picture that I paint when I get out here and I speak offends you, then that's a good thing, right? Because what that means is I'm penetrating that bubble that you've placed yourself into. Yeah, all of us in America have a valid experience that we have the freedom to express and talk about. And if our experience in this country offends you, then that means, you know what? You aren't who you say you are, right? You've lied to us and said that you were good people, you're Christians and stuff like that. But you're clearly not. And if you are still out here supporting an administration that is actively harming innocent women and children, it doesn't matter where they're from, then you're not a good person. You're an evil person. And yes, you're a Zeus hater. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them one last round of, you guessed it, booze and shame. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. We're out of here.
Yeah. Gotta wake the chain up. Get injected with
What a
some
great
power.
show.
Pull some strings. Level up like a king. Came from the trenches, now we ballin' at the top.
Have a great show.
Raise the energy, presidential, walk the ops. Drip too saucy, got the fit, hitting real different. 1600 on the throne, out here looking brilliant. No excuse, I'm the
W. Gambira! Legacy hitting, it's spoke. WQ Dog and all of the guests that came up here. It was a good show today. I liked it. This is good. Now my circle A1. Yeah, this race is already won. Powerful ending, yeah, right here. Lady Boss. History right here. But they cannot touch the throne. Trapping in the Oval Office, trapping in the zone. Skirt past the hate, got my foot on the gas. I'm bulletproof, yeah, my aura is built to last.
slack with the plan, moving chestnut checkers. Presidential flex, got my game on a necklace. Level up.
WRW Stacey Jones.
Get you clean, get it.
Cutie, cutie. Thank you.
No cap, we live. Yeah, flow on 1,000, 100, 1,605. Presidential, we found it. Posted in the Capitol, moving like I own the block. Riz gang presidential, got the nation in the lock. 100 up, no facade, drip celestial, shining brighter than the stars. Bet I got the shots. Vision HD, clear, flat with the moons. Turn your dreams into chandelier. I'm stay lurking, but they folding under all the pressure. 1,600, I'm the one flexing. I'm the new successor.
They don't want me in the White House. I'll tear that thing up.
In the White House,
DC is the town. Walk up in the mansion. Views from the East Wing. Prime presidential, residential. Got the poles in the climb. No cap. I'm the vibe. Turn the calm in the storm. Got the glow. Dropping bombs like I'm reading out a song. I'm trying to glitch, but my code is unbreakable. Skibidi through the storm. Legacy unshakable. How I come up with that kind of stuff? Make the whole world flip. Bust it off the charts. Got the game in the trance. Drip too wavy, yeah, make you wanna dance. Let's go, W Terra. What a great show. Sneaky fingers. Thank you. Mic drop W heaven. All right, I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Have a great rest of your morning.